Hi there. I'm Beverly Lewis, and I want to talk to you today about collaborative conversations, or another concept called conversational receptivity. These terms actually come from Harvard School. Would you believe that within their College of Social Psychology, they have a discipline on conversational psychology? I think it's fascinating that they think it's important enough that they have researchers studying just the ability or just the science between communication and how skills and certain strategies can help people bridge gaps of division and reach across rivers of divide and separation to collaborate and unify. And I think we all need this lesson right now. So today I'm going to give you 5 things that are part of what I call a recipe for having these collaborative conversations. And here's the good news. They found at Harvard that spending just 5 minutes, and I'm not going to take more than 5 minutes to give you these concepts, but spending 5 minutes of training helped people be perceived as smarter, more compassionate, and they were better at conversational receptivity. So there's a bonus in it for you. The first part of becoming of reaching across the divide, and again, we certainly have one now, but the first step is to acknowledge somebody else's perspective and their right to their own insights without judging them for it. And that is an interesting thing to do, because when we judge somebody, we shut down the whole relationship and communication thing. So listening and acknowledgement of their right to an opinion. I think that this is also called learning to disagree without being disagreeable. It's a very important step. Step number 2 is highlighting areas where you can agree. Looking for key points where you can bring a point of cohesiveness and agree on something and then discuss the differences. That's point number 2. Number 3, they say to hedge your claims. Now, what does that actually mean? It means that you're presenting your viewpoint in non-dogmatic ways. And instead of, like, for example, drawing a line in the sand and kind of daring people to cross it or telling them that they can't cross it, it's looking for non-dogmatic and non-judgmental ways of giving your insights, softening your conversation, okay? That, and you might say, well, my viewpoint matters. Yes, it does. But having relationships matters. It's one of the most important qualities in having a happy and a successful life. And all good leaders learn how to have these collaborative conversations. And all of us, I think, again, the challenge is to work on it. So point number 4 is to phrase arguments in a positive rather than a negative light. Once again, this is related to number 3. It's kind of like, here's an example. In talking about the pandemic, instead of saying, you're making a real mistake to gather in groups where they're not wearing masks. Okay, that's like a judgmental comment, isn't it? What if you said it this way, that isn't it kind of a courtesy to safely socially distance and give people the respect and the courtesy of wearing masks, since they might feel differently about it than you do? That is a softer way of saying it, instead of judging them for not doing it the way that you're expecting people to behave. So that's the positive rather than the negative. And last but not least is avoiding explanatory words. And what exactly does that mean? I was in debate when I was in high school, and I was pretty good at it. My parents encouraged me because it was a good direction for my rebellious attitudes, I think. I learned to articulate them well. Debate words are dogmatic words, and they are, and I have to challenge you to remember that we are having a conversation, not a debate. This is especially helpful with family gatherings coming up with the holidays. If you can I'll post a blog and put the link for you so that you can learn more about these 5 steps. But just being aware of them can really change things, because here's a thought I want to leave you with. When people are angry, there's a quote that says that anger is a symptom of an unmet need. So what if you dealt with angry people by thinking and asking with a discerning heart, what is it that they need? And what if we could be people who build bridges for relationships instead of walls, and we become a United States of America again? I want to be part of that. I hope you do too. Thanks for joining me today. I'll look forward to talking to you soon.